comment on the Winnecks, the Sandrellis, the Komarovs, and their versatility and how important they are to your lines to making maybe the other pairs defensively accountable?
Well, those guys have come in and they're kind of glue guys. You know, they kind of do a really good job. They've done a really good job on the penalty kill. They're kind of bringing the players together a little bit. I think they've been really good in the room. They've been really good additions for our team, and to kind of bring a fresh aspect of work ethic and how we want to play. So they've done a very good job, even from the beginning. We lost Leo for quite a bit of time there, and that hurt us because he has been very good from the beginning of the year. But those guys I call them kind of glue guys, where they come in and they do a lot of the little things very well, and the details of those little things, if you will, are very important.
Are you looking to get a longer look at Connor playing up in the lineup a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about how you're playing. I mean, if he's playing hard and he's doing a good job, he's going to play more. So he's earned an opportunity to play at a higher role, and we want to give everyone who's going to be pushing the envelope like that, who's going to step up, to play more. And that's a good positive pressure with everybody, knowing that, you know, they're going to play more as they play harder. And he's done a pretty good job. He's always been a very talented player. He's got a lot of skill. He's got skills, and we kind of marvel sometimes when we watch some of the things he can do. But all that skill has to be put into a game. And there's functions of how we want to play and areas where you don't want to turn pucks over. And he's doing a better job there. And you know, I think he'll do a good job.
Roman Pollock was out there with the Mass. Do you expect him to play tonight? And how was his adjustment to working with a cage like that?
Well, he's a warrior. I mean, obviously, I mean, he got hit pretty hard there. I mean, we went right through the whole cheek, inside and outside. I mean, it was a pretty deep cut that the trainers didn't really want him to come back, and he said, "I'm playing." So he kind of forced the issue to come back, and came back and played pretty well and played hard, and, you know, was a catalyst of getting that second goal. And, you know, that was a big goal. Obviously, their scoring the fourth goal was damaging, but he came back as a warrior, and that's the type of player he is. Playing the mask and you're not used to it is hard. It kind of gives you blind spots, makes you kind of look down and drop your head, and you're looking at your feet when the puck's at your feet. So he doesn't really like it. So he's talking to the equipment people and the trainers about is there any other options and things that are going to be a little bit easier for him.
Based on the practice and one game, what are some of the positives you see with this team?
Well, they're in a good frame of mind. I mean, they had a very good practice yesterday. I thought the guys were focused. The meetings before practice were very positive. And, you know, when things like this happen, as we've spoken before, there's changes like this. It kind of gives everybody a little bit of a shock factor, and everybody realizes that everyone becomes a little more accountable for these situations. Everyone has a little bit of the blame in these situations, and I think the guys are fairly focused. There's some things we want to do better, and we believe that's where it starts. And we have to be, obviously, a more consistent, harder working team all around.
Is there more video at a time like this, or do you try to keep it?
A little bit of both. I mean, yesterday's video session was a little longer as far as the number of clips we showed, but that normally is not going to happen. I just think that yesterday there was a stronger message, and I think usually you don't want to lose their attention when you go too long, but there was, you know, 4 or 5 things you really wanted to concentrate on and push. So yesterday's meeting was a little longer than normal, but only a number of minutes. It wasn't extensive.
Peter, Randy likes to keep his goaltender, naming his goaltender secret till last minute. Do you see yourself as changing that? Do you think it's important to?
I think it's different, and sometimes you will, and sometimes you won't. You know, I guess the idea about that is that you know, the other team is not knowing what you're going to do, but ultimately I think most of them know and what's going on. So sometimes I will. It all determine, you know, who you're playing and what the situation is.